Hi water signs, Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and those cross-watching. In today's reading, we're going to take a look and see, is this person that you're currently connected with, the person that you're currently seeing, perhaps in a relationship or in a romantic connection with, are they right for you? Are they the right person for you? It is going to be a general reading, so please just be mindful of that. If you are after a personalized tarot reading, one in which the messages are tailored specifically to you and your situation, please feel free to reach out. My email address is going to be listed for you below the video. Otherwise, I want you to take a moment, focus on your person, and we want to see if they are indeed the right person for you. Okay, guys, there's a lot of emotional depth to this reading, and I can see that your connection with this person, your relationship, your connection with them so far has been an emotional roller coaster. Otherwise, I feel like this is then the individual person, someone's life as of recently here, especially their love life, has been a bit of an emotional roller coaster. I'm in particularly drawn to the Chariot, the Tower, and the Three of Swords. In your reading here, it feels like this is someone whom the energies seem to be at a disharmony with one another. So it could be that you and this person are currently in a very complicated emotional state of affairs. Maybe you and this person are currently separated. It could be a temporary separation. It could be something permanent. You and this person have broken up. You and this individual have gone or have been going through a tower moment, one or two, or perhaps even several. Or otherwise, this is the individual's energy. Someone here is going through a tower moment, and it in turn seems to be having a negative impact and a very confusing impact on the overall connection here. Are they the right person for you? Interesting, because I feel like there is a lot of depth, emotional depth, from what I can see. And I think with the Ace of Swords, this is something that you have been asking yourself a lot lately. Okay, or this is something that your person keeps asking themselves, whether they are indeed right for you and whether you're right for them, and whether the both of you are right for each other. I think it's only normal for people to experience reservations at some point in the relationship or at some point in the connection. It doesn't necessarily mean that this connection isn't destined to work out. The Three of Swords and the Tower card also doesn't necessarily mean that you were destined for a breakup or you are destined and headed for a breakup. What I'm seeing is that being with the right person, it doesn't always look like your 10 of Cups idyllic scene. It isn't always rainbows and butterflies, and it's not always fireworks. Sometimes it's just sometimes it can be the complete opposite. And I can see that you or your person have experienced tower moments, or even moments of boredom and even doubt and even reservations or hesitations. And it's especially true if one or perhaps both individuals have had a history of toxic relationships, whether romantic or family relations. They tend to explore, I guess, they tend to explore the negative experiences, and sometimes the negative experiences can then overshadow their current relationships. I'm seeing that it's so important I'm seeing that there's some insecurities in the relationship, in this connection, and I'm seeing that it's so important for the both of you to, talk it out and to help each other overcome the past. That way you can have more of a healthy and a happy relationship with this person. I'm also seeing that it's so important that, there's both negative, I guess, and positive associations, both negative and positive traits to this relationship, and it's so important that the both of you really figure out if you're the right persons for each other in the long run. You know, if you guys still, and I feel like you guys do, like, you know, you need to ask yourself a question: do you still connect as well as you did in the beginning phase of your relationship? Are you guys, you know, do you guys share similar values and similar opinions, and even lifestyles? And do you still, I feel like, you know, do you still see each other in the next 5 years, even as you pursue your own professional and your own personal growth? I feel like for a lot of you, there is so much similarities that you do have with this individual. Similarities, you know, you stand, you share the same opinion on certain issues, and, you know, you may share similar lifestyles as well. And for others of you, I feel like compromise. Okay, I feel like even though you guys are so similar in many ways, there's a lot of differences I am seeing in the energies here. And I think what's really going to strengthen the foundations of this relationship is if you start, or if you begin, or even if you the both of you show more compromise to your own expectations. That's absolutely what's going to build a stronger foundation, because what really makes this relationship special is that you both really care for each other, and you both really want to be there for each other, and you both see each other, you know, you both see that this is long-term potential, and you both see a future with each other. The Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords here brings so much truth, so much transparency, honesty, and rawness to this relationship. The Nine of Cups tells us that this person is, you know, they have so many desirable traits and qualities that you want in a partner, and, you know, you check a lot of, if not all of their boxes. So you guys have obviously both, you know, are attracted to one another, and you're both drawn to each other energetically and emotionally. But I am also seeing that it's so important that you, and you do, for a lot of you, I see that you know, you both meet each other's personal expectations. Some of you might have even been together for a while. Some of you are just relatively, I guess, starting out. But I can see that there's a certain ease that you feel with this person, or that they feel for you, okay? It's not like no one here is on edge, or, you know, no one feels neglected, or no one is waiting for is waiting to pick a fight or anything like that. And these are obviously good signs, but I can also see there are certain things that somehow hinder this connection. And what it is the fact that someone here has a past history of abandonment, or they have a past history of you know, toxic and unhealthy relationships, whether they have been previous romantic relationships that have been toxic and unhealthy, or whether they've grew up in an emotional environment which lacked stability, and which lacked, you know, the love and the guidance of a parent. And I'm seeing that because of this, it's leading to moments of tension, and it's leading to moments of disconnection in your relationship. And you know, if someone here can explore, and perhaps the both of you have this, where you both have issues of abandonment, or you both have, you know, have had your heart broken, and you've had your trust betrayed, and maybe the both of you are then, because you haven't healed, you know, your past situations, you still carry a certain weight of emotional trauma, and neither of you have properly processed it and worked through it. You're allowing for that to fracture, I guess, your relationship, to get in the way of, you know, the growth of this connection. So branching off that, I think it's so important that I do think this person is the right person for you, because essentially there's so much, like, you can connect, because I feel like you really connect with each other on an emotional level, because, you know, you kind of can feel each other's pain. And I think overall, I do think the both of you, because you haven't necessarily worked through, on the flip side of the coin, you neither of you have worked through your pain individually. I think that you are then, as a result, are causing each other pain. So it's so important that, you know, you don't impress the pain from your past, from your emotional past and your emotional trauma onto each other. I also see that this person has showed their true colors from the beginning, which is absolutely a fundamental aspect of a happy and healthy relationship. And I also feel like it's so, it's so important for the both of you to really speak, like to really talk to each other, to bring up some of these tough topics from the past, like the abandonment that this person has felt, or maybe you felt growing up, the lack of healthy relationships that you have, or you haven't had in your past, right? It's so important that you guys bring up these tough topics, because that's what's going to help you get over this hurdle. Because this Tower moment that I see that either has happened or is happening right now, I think that's an opportunity for the two of you, because it's illuminating something, right? It's shining a light on some of the darker aspects of this relationship, and it's saying here, some of this foundational structure is eroding, so let's fix it, let's renovate, let's repair, and let's build things bigger and better this time around. So it's really giving you an opportunity and a chance to fix essentially what needs fixing or repairing in the relationship. I'm also seeing that I see that you and this person are going to be together for a long time, but I also feel like what potentially is going to fall apart for you at the end of the day is the whole, the unhealed emotional wounds that I see potentially being inflicted and impressed on the other person. You have your differences, but your differences are what balance each other out. This is why I feel like it can work. And I think that connection that you do share with each other is the past pain and the past hurt, that you need to find. I think it's absolutely important for you to find a way to bring that up, because that's also what's going to strengthen your connection and bring you closer together. See, for a lot of you, I feel like you are headed in the same direction in life as well. I'm seeing that you are headed in the same, you've got similar goals and you've got similar values. It's so important that you do work through conflict, because I see a bit of conflict in the energies. I see a bit of tension in your energies, and it's so important that you guys work through that conflict, that you speak to each other, you raise your concerns, you listen, and you, without judgment, and you reach a resolution. Because I feel like you guys argue, you guys disagree a lot, but it doesn't get vicious. To me, it doesn't feel like it gets vicious, right? And more importantly, I feel like when you guys do, talk really openly and honestly with each other, I feel like it can really bring about a new understanding about one another, which is what's going to strengthen and tighten and bring the two of you even closer together than you already are. So I do absolutely feel like the past relationships, your past relationships is what's playing into your current relationship with this person. Okay, and it essentially, if you're going to give it all that much power, it's essentially what's going to cause the both of you to come apart. So if you can talk about your insecurities, if you can be open and honest with each other and develop the trust in your relationship, no matter what it takes, this is exactly what's going to take this connection, strengthen this connection. And it's going to prevent, it's that communication that's going to prevent small problems from becoming like bigger problems in the future. And that's important, especially if you want to stick together, because right now I feel like, you guys, this is someone who's hurt you, and you guys have hurt each other with the things you've said and done, and you guys have hurt in the relationship. But a lot of this hurt is coming from the fact that there's unhealed emotional wounds that are still festering, and it's what's sort of like bleeding and impressing onto this relationship. Alright guys, and these are your messages. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Please show your support by liking, sharing and subscribing to the channel. Bye!